Alright, I just decided to go ahead and do this video now, even though we have over a month left in the season, because I figured I wasn't going to be really hyper farming any strikes or nightfalls or anything that much in the next month here as I kind of ease back on the game outside of any developments that may or may not happen. So I'm going to do my grand token turn-in video today. I have 5,400 of these to get through, which is not like the most I've seen. I've seen people with many stacks of these, so I turn these in like periodically, like just every so often. So it's not like I've never turned any of these in for the last like few years or something, and yet this still seems like this may take a good amount of time. The main thing I'm hoping to do for this is build up my stash of enhancement cores, so we're starting with 440 there, and we will see how high it gets by the end. Would be nice if we could get some random drops of Synstrand. That is not how Synstrand works, but that's a whole debate for another day, whereas I am locked because I can't get any more of this unless I'm just mindlessly farming nonsense I don't care to. I never really thought about this, but Banshee essentially has a token system also that is not changing, and God forbid when that happens, because I will need to turn in all of these. Banshee right now, because of the way they change things, like this used to be you would get the Vanguard specific weapons. Now it's just all the weapons are the general loot pool, so pretty much almost all the same weapons I think that you get from Banshee. It's just that you will also get crappy armor like 50% of the time. I think it is well established at this point that it is almost physically impossible to get any truly good piece of armor from token turn-ins because it is not, quote-unquote high stat, and therefore if you get a 60 or a 61, I think that's like maybe the absolute max you can get. And like considering most of my core build is like stuff that is like base 65, 66, 67, I don't imagine I will be using any of that. And then every class item you get is just total garbage. I've cleared out my postmaster other than these 12 prisms I can't really put anywhere. So if those get pushed out, I guess it's not the end of the world. I will have to... This is going to be a little different than like going through my vault, which was my other very exciting video I did, because you're going to have to keep going back and forth here. And we will see how that goes. I have this is like the least amount of items I think I've ever had in this character. I put a bunch of stuff in the vault. Armor, probably could be better, but I wanted to leave at least some spaces without literally depositing everything in my vault, because also I probably need to clear out my vault again. So here we go. Unlike the vault space one, I don't know how much there is going to be to talk about with these drops. Oh, I forgot you have to click over there too. I am very curious to see the enhancement core drop rate on these, because like you'll get cores from just turning stuff in, and then you will get cores from dismantling stuff, in addition to crappy materials that you don't care about, like those, the glimmer things or the other things. Like I still think they need to get rid of those, but they haven't yet, so we will see. I don't think it really matters what class I'm doing this on, because the armor, the only difference is the armor, and like Lord knows I'm not going for any specific, armor rolls from token turn-ins. Sometimes they can have like good stats or distributions on these. Sometimes they are 47 base stats, which might be like the literal lowest you can go. But we've seen a couple weeks where a couple of the vendors with their random rolls now have actually pretty good stuff. If anyone wants to take bets on how many of these weapons I am actually going to save, I'd be curious to know, because I feel like I have gotten, I have so many good night watches at this point that I wouldn't even know what I'd be looking for to like replace the ones I already have, or I don't even know what like in the loot pool I'm kind of searching for to, use one of these in like everyday play. I feel like I've gotten drops of pretty much everything I want across all world drops now. Maybe some of the new future Warcoat weapons I don't have perfect drops on yet. But I did just get a good new Vision sidearm that I think is surplus kill clip, which I think is probably the best roll for that. And things like, I don't even know if Memory Interdict has a good roll. I think you could get Chain Reaction, but they really killed grenade launchers, so I'm not super jazzed about that. So it's 20 tokens per thing here. I will stop doing this once I start seeing a ton of stuff sent to the postmaster, but we are not there yet. It does feel like this is probably a 50-50 split between armor and weapons, but we will see what it ends up being. Like, see, like these are potentially good weapons. It's just that like I already got the quick fang roll I wanted. I already got the deicide roll I wanted, because a lot of these are, you're able to focus them in the seasonal engrams, which is something people requested. It just means that things like token turn-ins are now kind of more useless than they ever were before. So right now we're starting to get things sent to the postmaster, and boy, I really hope I don't have any recording issues with this video, because there is really only one chance to do this, and if I screw it up, I can't exactly go back again. Yeah, we'll see. I just finished writing an article about all the changes they're making. I think, I like the new system with the ranks and stuff. I think that's better than this, which this obviously kind of just sucks. Like, this is not engaging or interesting or rewarding. At least in the other way, you get, you're working towards a shader or an emblem or the Ascendant Shard or whatever. So it's certainly better than this system. I like that Nightfalls will be included in the next system too, which I was worried it was maybe just going to be the base strike playlist, which the base strike playlist is so bad and boring because it's like too easy, and like unless you were sprinting through it, you're barely even going to kill anything because everything dies in like 2 shots, and your teammates are all speedrunners, which I am also guilty of too, because who wants to spend extra time in a strike when you don't need to? Alright, we're getting almost everything sent to the postmaster now, to a certain extent, so maybe it's time for a break. So first we have to go through the stuff that is in my... All the armor is going to be trash. Also, it makes no sense that everything is dropping like 30 power levels below me, because like there's no reason for that anymore. I mean, I guess with Vanguard stuff there still is, because people were going to use that to power level, but once there's the rank system, I definitely think there's no reason for them to keep dropping stuff that low. It's just annoying. Nobody likes that. So I do hope they get rid of it, but like I don't think I've seen anything above 55 so far, which is no surprise. Like I complain about blues, but like most legendary armor, like 85% of all legendary armor that drops in the game at least, is just literal instant dismantle trash. Now with Armor 2.0 and with Transmog, there is so little point in like so much armor now. It doesn't make any sense. Zen Moment Swashbuckler. Keep in mind, if I delete something that looks good, I probably already have it, because some of these have been in the world pool for an extremely long time. Like, yeah, that's good. I have like 5 Masterwork Night Watches, so I'm not... I can't even think of a Night Watch roll that I would keep at this point, because I have so many other ones. What is this? Okay. Moving target, box breathing. I know I deleted my... Oh, okay, that's a pretty good vision, actually. You know what? I'm going to keep that. Feeding Frenzy backup plan. I think I have that exact roll already. Firmly planted Zen moments. Actually, firmly planted last prediction is good. You know what? I'm going to keep that too. Wow, I'm keeping more than I thought already. That's surprising. There are no good Behringer's memories, I'm pretty sure. Glom cartridge is okay. Shield disorient, eh. Genesis kill clip tarantula. What? Auto-loading, okay. Unrelenting, grenade launcher, pass. Tireless blade, flash counter, eh. Rangefinder, rampage, outrageous fortune. Yeah, they really killed grenade launchers. Alright, so that, I kept 2 things. That's actually more than I thought I would keep. I haven't gotten that many visions yet. I started, like, trying to target farm those for a little while, but... Alright. Feeding Frenzy, Dragonfly. This is one I already had. I need to masterwork this, but since they buff Dragonfly, that's actually really good. That's like crazy for mob clearing. So I think that was like 20% done-ish. So the fun continues. I'm also max Glimmer, which I should probably go spend Glimmer on something, because I'm dismantling all these and it's just like completely wasting that, but I don't know. I'm never like super short on Glimmer over the long term, so I'm not too worried about it. Sometimes you just forget things are in the loot pool. Like, I totally forgot Temptation's Hook even exists. Still not good because it still costs too much heavy for the casting, but Hollow Words, yeah, I forgot all these Arrivals weapons are still in here. I have a bunch of good false promises at this point, so I'm probably not gonna keep any of those either. I don't mind this new set that they did for everything. It's okay. It's just probably never going to be something that I use my transmog on, given all the other options. And it's just, I don't know. I think they were kind of cheating by like offering new faction armor for the first time, and then it was just the same faction armor with a different color scheme. Speaking of the same thing, they they decided that they're going to put the ritual weapon in the rank system, so like you will earn it after getting a certain level in the rank system, as opposed to it being its own quest. And also that will be, I think it's for the weapon itself, but it will definitely also be for the ornament that you earn through each specific thing. So I don't know if that matters that much. It's just sort of relocating it, but we will see what happens there. I feel like, I don't know when I got these. I just never picked these up. Special orders from some promotion or something or another, but I mean, what is this? Is this from Forsaken? Wow, that's... Look at these. Yep, okay. I have way better things, so I guess there's a reason I've never picked those up. I'm curious to see what happens with Zavala in the coming months and potentially years here. Uh-oh. Alright, I filled the postmaster already. That was faster than I thought. Did I push my prisms out? No, almost. Okay. Just auto delete the armor. So like this, that's a pretty good stability roll on this, but like I have one of those already for sure. I'm not, there's just no point even looking at the armor, I don't think, honestly, but we'll see. I don't even know what a good long shadow is, but I don't think it's that. Stochastic, you really need to get a good stochastic. Feeding Frenzy is kind of a must-have on it for almost any role. And then you're looking for Phase Magazine, which this does not have. But I have 3 or 4 of those that are great that I'm keeping, so I'm not really in the market for another one. Surplus Disruption Break. They love freaking Disruption Break. Rangefinder Kill Clip. That might actually be okay, but eh. Low armor, no stat class items, snapshot, moving target. I mean, I guess that's good for aiming, but yeah. Targets and moments. And yeah, I've barely seen any of these above a 55 for armor. Feeding Frenzy Rampage. So like this is good, but I already have this. Killing Wind Sympathetic Arsenal. They love Sympathetic Arsenal, which is really only good on bows. Killing Wind Demolitionist. I have something Demolition. I think I have like Archer's Tempo Demolitionist on this already. Pulse Monitor, Eye of the Storm. These are both things when your health gets low, right? That's kind of funny synergy, but I don't think that's actually good. Hollow Words, nope. Disruption Break. Quick Draw Opening Shot, Last Dance, nope. Ambitious Assassin, Kill Clip. I feel like Ambitious Assassin could be good on this. And then there's kind of synergy with Kill Clip there. Alright, I'm going to keep that. I'm a sucker for sidearms. What can I say? We know all this armor is trash. No point really even. I literally think it is like hard locked to be pretty much all below 55, which is wild because that just means there is quite literally no point to it. I know I'm playing this game not from the average player perspective, and yet like you should be able to find 60 armor pretty freely. Class items are just so pointless now that transmog exists. You need like a masterwork version of like each element, and that's pretty much it. Like this is good. I already have this. Quick Draw Wellspring, no. Nope. Clown Cartridge, Unrelenting. Why did... I know they buffed Unrelenting, but I still have not seen anyone say it's actually good. Alright, I'm going to dump this other vision in the vault, and then I will have some sort of tournament of visions to decide which one I actually use in PvP when all is said and done. Probably, this seems more like a PvE role, because you're not going to get that many kills to trigger Ambitious Assassin, but we will see. I remember when it didn't even used to tell you your postmaster was full when you were doing something like this. Oh god, I still have 3,700. I'm gonna like lose my voice before this. How do people talk on stream just like forever? That seems very hard. But because I know a lot of people will probably do this on stream. I guess they have chat to hang out with and talk to. I know I should probably start like streaming on YouTube occasionally, especially for things like this, where it seems like that would be beneficial. But I don't know. I kind of just like doing things like this as a meme, where I know this is boring and I know this is very not enjoyable to watch, but I just think it's kind of funny, so that's why I'm doing it. And who knows how many times we'll have to do something super mindless like this now that pretty much all the token systems are dead outside of Iron Banner. But I only have like 100 something Iron Banner tokens saved, so that's not really going to be a thing. I guess the only thing left is Banshee and Gunsmith materials, but if I ever need the most shards or Glimmer enhancement cores, I can always dump my 25,000 weapons materials. I don't even know what I'm saving those for. It's just I don't want to sit there. I think it only requires one click to turn in 100 of those to Banshee for a drop. So maybe that would go faster than this even, since this is just 20 per thing. I don't know. I used to farm strikes kind of endlessly, but then there became almost no point to doing that, so I stopped. These days it's actually a little bit better because of the some of the playlist weapons that they have. The Royal Entry, I swear, is probably the best rocket launcher in the game, considering you can get it with it's not Clown Cartridge, but it's I don't know. It's whatever the reload thing is that gives you 2 rockets most of the time if you get a kill, and then Lasting Impression for damage, and it has natural tracking within it, which is the difference between that and Cote Duello or Hezen. I know Hezen's really good because I can get over whatever it's called. That also gives you multiple rockets, but outside of it still doesn't have tracking, so there's still some issues there. The Deicide is actually kind of one of my favorite ultra basic weapons I've gotten this time. I think I have a surplus Vorpal that I use on my Titan that just feels really good in PvE. Just mowing down champions or yellow bars with that is very enjoyable. That's kind of become one of my favorite guns of the season. That is not a dedicated override weapon or something like that. I'm not really farming overrides or corrupted chests or expunge missions anymore. I have pretty much all the roles I care about, and I have, what do I have? Nope, those are Hero Always pieces. I still have 3,500 decrypted data just from completing challenges and stuff. So rank 300, awesome. That does nothing, but oh man, I would love if this if there were milestones where at every 100 ranks you got an Ascendant Shard or an exotic or something. A long time ago, you used to be able to occasionally get exotic drops from turning in stuff. I swear that used to be a thing, but that has not really been the case in a long time, I don't think. So if it was going to happen, we will probably see it over the course of this, but I don't think it can. All right, I think we're getting close, so time to turn. I'm going to be here for a full day-night cycle because of how long this is going to take. Trash armor, disassemble. Man, wouldn't it be great if you could just quickly mark things and then dismantle them all at the same time instead of doing this? Wouldn't that be fantastic? Some quality of life things I'll just never really understand why they don't implement them, but here we are. I don't think I've seen a single 60. I think it is possible. I just have not seen one. I think 57 or 58 is the highest I've seen out of any of these. And yeah, who doesn't need 5 cloaks that have no stats on them? Perfect kind of drop there. Yeah, what are the actual weapons? Okay. Moving targets, fine, I guess. Slide shot, outlaw, nope. Full auto, opening shot. I have a bunch of good lonesomes too. Full auto's good on that. Killing Wind, Vorpal, Whispering Slab. Rapid Hit, Ambitious Assassin, Long Shadow. I know I'm going to delete something and people are going to be like, how could you delete that? But I don't care that much. Blinding with auto-loading is good. Multi-kill, I don't know. I think I have good truth tellers somewhere. So I'm not too worried about that. Nope, that is a bad stochastic roll. Surplus sympathetic, no. Outlaw, Zen moment, no. Tarantula, are there any good tarantula rolls? I'm not convinced that there are, so guess we'll find out. Feeding frenzy, snapshots, like if this was a special weapon, that could be a fun roll, I guess. Okay. You know, that seems like that could be interesting. I might already have that, but I'll save that one. Okay, so we're saving about 1 to 2 weapons every 1,000 tokens. Not to say I'm definitely going to use these, but let's see. Let me see if I already have that. I feel like I might. And yes, please ignore things like my 50 plug ones I've saved because I can't decide. Impulse, chain reaction. Oh, I have that already. And then I have auto and chain reaction. So, wait, does this have spike grenades? And it has spike grenades. This also does, and it has mini frags, magazine size, reload speed. Screw it, I'll just keep it for now. I don't want to think about that too hard. Is this hunter just like straight up holding a knife? I'm gonna cut you. Alright, we are what? Close to the halfway mark? I think we're at the halfway mark. Something like that. Yeah, we're pretty much at the halfway mark. So if you made it this far, congratulations. Evie has been behind me this whole time, like, who the hell are you talking to? But I feel like you guys are keeping me company, even though this is not live at all. Bad Omens, forgot that's still in the pool, but I'm pretty sure that the fixed roll one that the Drifter sells you is like the best one, so no point really fishing for rolls there. If they added like Impulse Amplifier or something to that, man, they really love Tarantula. I wonder if we're ever going to get a new vendor set of armor again after like this one came and is just utterly pointless. I guess we'll see, but I don't know. It's interesting because like they have to make it not look too cool because it's such a basic set. So my first Gnawing Hunger out of like 3,000 tokens. Yeah, this is like, okay, and then I get 2 in a row. This is why like world drops always needed target farming, because like you can turn in 3,000 tokens and not even get like a single drop of one weapon you're looking for. This is especially the problem with Iron Banner, also because that's a limited time event. And so like you can, everyone's trying to get the shotgun or whatever, and you turn in like 2,000 tokens and get nothing, and you just wasted all that. So everything needs target farming. Do not understand why Iron Umbral engrams do not exist, or at the very least the ability to pick between armor and weapons. I asked DMG about Iron Banner and what the plans are for that, considering that's the last thing you can really stockpile tokens for. Trials getting a rank system implies that they are getting rid of tokens too, I would say. DMG said they do have Iron Banner, quote, in their sights, but they do not have an ETA on that. I believe it should be sometime during Season 15, and yet Season 15 is probably going to be at least 5 months long. So that does not really say much. But yeah, I hope you guys are ready for a very, very long Season 15, because it's going to start at the beginning of September, essentially, and then Witch Queen is probably not going to get here until, I would say, at the earliest February. So that is probably at baseline 5 months if it's like early February, 6 months if not. And then it could be 7-8 months if it's like spring, which seems crazy, but like I know people are going to be like, are they going to add a 5th season? Like, no, they're not going to add a 5th season. They got to. The reason they're doing this is because Witch Queen takes a long time to develop, and they have to do a ton of work on Witch Queen, so they don't have like the resources to spare to do just like another season just randomly, even a small one. But we might see more events and like easy things. But I guess we'll find out. Cool, love below 50 armor. Multiple below 50 armors. 58, pretty high. 26 discipline. Good arms here. But yeah, armor is pointless. Gonna need a drink soon. This is wearing me out. Every time I have like 6 cloaks just chilling here. And what are our weapons? A lot of these. Subsistence Unrelenting. I don't think there's any false promises rolls I don't have, or Whispering Slab for that matter, because it was so. Remember how many rolls you friggin' got in Season of Arrivals? Like it was so easy to get like whatever you wanted that season. Like yeah, I have all the overflow rolls of that. I have everything. Eternal Blazon, that's not a good one certainly. I have a couple of those saves. Pulse Monitor, Trench Barrel, no. I have every Gnawing Hunger you could want, and I do not want those. Auto-loading on Gnawing Hunger, no. Under Pressure, Elemental Capacitor. That is also a bad stochastic roll. Auto-loading Genesis. They freaking love Genesis. Moving Target Snapshot. Good for PvP, I suppose. Everyone has their God roll falling. Guillotine at this point. No saves that time. Wait. Did I not do my postmaster yet? Yeah. Are these gonna survive, or am I gonna screw it up? Take bets on that. Dual-loader Vorpal. Dual-loader needs a buff badly. Could be cool if it was normal reload speed. Otherwise, it seems completely pointless. I was using a dual-loader Vorpal until I got the surplus Vorpal. Under Pressure Zen. That's a lot of stability, but I think I already have that. Armor. Oh, this is my first bow I've gotten this entire time. Arsenic Bite. I've got a few good ones. I can roll Dragonfly, which is good. Ambitious, Unrelenting, Stochastic. No. Oh, wait. A 60. A 60. Amazing. And it's still trash. So I think that's the record so far, unless I missed something. But let me see who's texting me. Someone's asking me if we can play Destiny on the Steam Deck. I think so. I just don't know how well it'll run. That is the question. I mean, anything you can play on PC and or a last-gen console, you should be able to play on Steam Deck. So I think you should be able to, certainly. I don't know what the frame rate will be like or how connectivity will be. But yeah, I definitely think that you will be able to run Destiny on the Steam Deck. I mean, you have to be able to. Like, you can run anything on the Steam Deck, technically. It's just a matter of what the output is going to be like. That's, like, the real question. So, all right, we are under 2,000. Somehow I'm misclicking something that requires 3 button presses. Only I could do that. I swear most of the weapons in here are, like, Arrivals weapons. It seems like that every single one from there is still in here. And then the Future War Cult ones they added. I'd say oh yeah, what have I not seen a single copy of yet? The Number, which is the Future War Cult auto rifle, which I think is in this pool. I don't think that is exclusive to like. Well, do I just need to like speak its name and something will come? That would be useful if I was actually going for anything specific in here, but I am not. I don't know if there are any actual good rolls of the Number. I got a surplus Wellspring one that I think is pretty good, but they're like really hesitant to put any like clear god rolls on a lot of weapons now. Like I don't think you can get, Subsistence Rampage on that, for instance. And like they brought Arc Logic back and you can no longer get Subsistence Rampage on that, or Subsistence Demolitionist, which I really loved. I tried farming the moon weapons for a little while just because I had pretty much nothing else to do. I was so bored. I was like, should I guild my Dredgen title again? And I'm like, okay, you should probably play a different game. So I just went back to Outriders after the patches. But yeah, the moon weapons, I've yet to get, I think, even one roll of any moon weapon I've kept. Like, they're so bad now. Like each weapon maybe has one single good roll on it. And most of them are probably not even as good as the rolls that we had previously. So, ironically, the Dreaming City weapons that were just reissued, at least 2 of them, the ones that aren't swords, have pretty good rolls now. Like Twilight Oath has some good rolls, and Tiger Spite has some good rolls, and yet those are just not in the game. They said they're bringing them back, and they are not dropping. So I've written a whole article about that. But if you missed that, yeah, don't farm for those. If you are somehow like 30 minutes into this video or whatever it is, I'm probably falling behind on my publishing schedule as I'm doing this, but we are almost done, kind of. We're almost below 1,000, so that's something. I hope they kind of rebuff grenade launchers because I feel like they overkilled them because they were too dominant. But they were hit a little too hard, and now they are pretty bad, and no one is using them over pretty much anything except machine guns. Very curious to see what the machine gun buff ends up being. That has been needed for, I don't know, 2 years at least, whenever they nerfed them, because they were still benefiting from auto-loading wells and barricades and stuff. But they have been very bad for a very long time. And we are probably getting close to full, but I'll push my luck. We're about to hit rank 400 here, which again means nothing. Like, it would be ideal to have done this when I was actually looking for anything in the world loot pool, but I guess when you play as much as I do, you are bound to sort of get everything you want eventually, at least things that are very common, like world drops, raid weapons and whatever. That's another story, but for these kind of things that are just abundant and everywhere, you are absolutely going to get all of them at some point. Also, my definition of god rolls is pretty loose. Like, if you have like the 2 perks I want, that is generally speaking all I care about. I'm not like Mr. like hunt for the perfect barrel or perfect magazine or perfect sights and things like that. Unless it's like really important, like getting spike grenades or impact casing or something, but it does not come up too often. All right, we got to be almost full now, so. And then I think it's just one more batch and we're done. But armor, usual, and then we'll check and see how many enhancement cores this gave me. Probably at least 100, right? I would think so. Not getting many from dismantling, that's for sure. I wonder if Witch Queen is going to change anything significant, like Guns 2.0 or 3.0 or Armor 3.0. I'm just, it feels like expansions usually bring some sort of big change like that, but we have not really heard anything about that at all. We'd love for that to be power level. Killing Swashbuckler, that's actually okay. Nope. 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 Rapid hit, multi-kill clip, that is actually okay. Stochastic, no. Field prep, high impact reserves. That is certainly not what I would call a good roll of the number. Dragonfly Sneak Bow. Consider Sneak Bow one of the worst perks in the game. Love Disruption Break. Autoloading, opening shots. I have autoloading Vorpal on this, which is like the slug for this. I don't think there are any. I see I already have that in my vault, as we just saw. Pulse Monitor. Maybe Box Breathing is like the roll on this, but like paired with what? I don't know. I already have Assassin's... No, wait. Do I... it's in my vault, I think. And I think Energy Transfer is bad. Clown Cartridge Demolitionist. You know... I mean... These are crappy, though. No, alright. Sorry. If you had better grenades, I might have kept that, but... Wellspring. They love putting Wellspring on absolutely everything. Pretty much every new weapon they reissued on the Moon and Dreaming City has freaking Wellspring attached to it. Not Demolitionist, but Wellspring. Which is kind of just a worse version of Demolitionist, if you ask me. But, I don't know. Some people swear by Wellspring. I think it just depends on the weapon. It's good for, like, mob clearing stuff. Like, that's why I have it on, like, a couple stochastics and things like that. But not really for special weapons, which... Or, like, they have it on the machine gun. I don't know. I guess I could see that, maybe. But... Alright, we are in the final stretch, and did I forget to go through my postmaster? I absolutely did. So otherwise things will start getting pushed immediately. Oh no. Well, I never got the notifier. Oh, thanks. God damn it. I know Demolitionist could be okay on that, but I don't like Lonesome. It feels bad. I knew I was gonna lose those at some point, but whatever. Sneak Bow again. Not really even gonna look at the stats on the armor anymore. Quick draw opening shots. Whispering Slab. I used that bow a ton when it was in that actual season. That was a really good bow. Autolink Surrounded. I hate Surrounded. It never triggers when you think it should. People love Surrounded, but I think it sucks. Grave Robber, Swashbuckler. I guess there's some synergy for that, but not really for a fusion rifle, so I'm not gonna keep that around. I mean, I don't know. I'm tempted to save more fusions than I would otherwise because they're like doing this big fusion overhaul, but ooh, pure matter glass lens. Can't wait to get some weapon telemetries for Banshee. Somehow that is still a thing after 4 years. It is really kind of amazing some of the stuff that stays in the game that is so clearly useless. Like, I cannot believe weapon telemetries exist. It is mind-boggling that that is a thing they haven't just deleted outright from the game. Like, I don't understand that at all. It's just one more piece of clutter that the game does not need in a game that is very, very, very full of clutter, as I'm sure we can all agree. But all right, now rank 420. Probably not going to get to 690, so that's the only funny number we can hit here. So many tarantulas. I'm going to get like 20 tarantulas in one copy of the number. And there's got to be something I haven't gotten any copies of this whole time. Some weapon that I'm just not thinking of that's in the pool. I'm trying to think of the other. I think I've gotten all the future Oracle weapons at least once. But yeah, only one copy of the number. Which is hilarious. It's not going to pop up again now that I'm summoning it. And like literally half of this was just completely pointless because it was armor. So like it is literally just, that might as well be materials because you are never going to keep any pieces of this armor. All right, there's another number. I got one. So that's pretty good. And getting low now. I'm guessing, I don't know, I'll run enough strikes to get, I'm sure, a couple more turn-ins by the end of this. But again, I am going to take it pretty easy the next few weeks here. Like, I just don't really have any super ambitious goals for this. I did all, like, pretty much all the Solstice stuff I care about. I'm not going to farm that stupid shotgun. I don't think there's a point. We know there's some story thing happening with the epilogue, so I will definitely be back for that, but that is still 3 weeks away or something, so we've got some time there to be sure. So I'm not really expecting anything big. Besides that, I am still bothered by those oracles that showed up at the Lost Sector that seem not like, I don't know why that would be related to something with the story. So I think that could be some sort of secret puzzle or quest or something that comes up, but we have not heard anything about that. And there go all of my tokens, except 8, which I guess I will just save. And our highest armor was a 60. That might be the absolute max. Maybe you can get 61s, but obviously there is nothing. I haven't even seen anything that is like approaching a good distribution even. So that was 100% pointless. And last batch here. And the last batch of cloaks. Weapons, Long Shadow. Again, I don't know what I'm going for here. Outlaw, opening shot. No. Deleted one of those already. I'd say I've gotten more lonesomes than anything else. Filato was pointless on that. See, there's a good one, but I have it. Slideways Vorpal. No. It's weird. Rangefinder is actually good on Last Dance. Last Perdition, Rangefinder, Headseeker. Headseeker's only good on the high impact ones. Under Pressure, Wellspring. Told you they like Wellspring. Feeding Frenzy, Disruption Break, no. Snapshot on a grenade launcher, definitely want that. Kill Clip, what are they doing with Tarantula? Quick Draw Elemental Capacitor on a grenade launcher. Thresh, Unguard, actually Unguard's, I kind of like Unguard on that, whatever, too late. Alright, so I didn't have much in the vault here. I did lose my prisms, as I thought I would. And in the end we saved, what, 6 weapons out of 5,400 token turn-ins, like 250 plus drops. Yeah, so that was not a good system. Those rewards suck. And I am glad to see the system replaced. Probably the last time I'm doing that, except for Gunsmith's things, if that ever changes, but since you can turn those in by the 100, maybe that will take less time. But if you have stuck through here all the way to the end, I congratulate you, and you win all the internet points. I do not have anything to actually give you, and I do not have the camera set up to give you like a fun Eevee shot or something who is loafing behind me, so I apologize. But yep, that was long. But thanks you guys for watching, and I will see you next time with a more interesting video.